Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's the girl Leslie Ann King, and today we're going to talk all about how I found out I was pregnant. So for some of you guys, you might have already seen the video I shared of my reaction to finding out I was pregnant, but I didn't actually talk about how I found out I was pregnant. So I want to talk about that today. So for me and my husband, we decided that we were going to try for a baby last year, that we were ready to do that. And I actually got pregnant on my second cycle. Again, I'm saying again, but I said this in the previous video, but I know that that's not always the case. I'm 35 years old and I do also have Hashimoto's, which is an autoimmune disease. And so I know that getting pregnant could have been extremely difficult. And so there were certain things I did to prepare my body for pregnancy, and I do talk about that in a different video. But I know that we had just started. So the first cycle that we tried, we did not get pregnant. Then the second cycle, even though I was trying, I was like trying to let go, because even before we started trying, I would just be like freaking out, like, I think I'm pregnant. Like any little sign, my boobs are hurting, I think I'm pregnant, I was probably annoying my husband, quite frankly. Okay, so this particular day that I found out, I felt like a bubble. It's so weird, but I felt like a bubble, like a popping sensation down there, and I was like, okay, that's weird. And I was peeing like crazy, right? So I'm like, okay, maybe I have a UTI. But I decided, you know what, it's always a possibility. Let me text my friend who already has a baby. I texted her and I was like, hey, when you found out you were pregnant, did you feel like a bubble popping feeling down there? She was like, no girl, don't know what you're talking about. And she was like, you probably just got a UTI. That's not normal. I was like, okay. So at that point I was like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna hype myself up. It's probably not a baby, especially since in the past, like for any little symptom, I was like, am I pregnant? So I was like, it's probably not that. I'm peeing like crazy. It's probably just that, just a UTI, whatever. But at this point, I had already been tracking my ovulation. And so because I was tracking my ovulation, I had like the ovulation strips, and then I also had like the really cheap pregnancy strips as well. I'm in the bathroom and I was just like, oh, well, I have a million of these, who cares, like I'll just pee on it. But I didn't think I was actually pregnant at all. So I decided, you know, one, I need to go to a doctor because I probably got a UTI. Two, okay, I'm in the bathroom, let me just pee on this thing. I peed on it, and y'all, I saw the faintest line, and I was like, hold up, is that a line? And I sent it to my friend and she was like, I don't know, I kind of see it, I don't know, you know. She like, you might need to do some more tests. And then I sent it to another friend and she was like, I don't know, it's looking like you got a baby on the way. And so that is when I decided, okay, I'm gonna sneak out, because I didn't want to tell my husband, because again, I had acted up in the past and been like, I think I'm pregnant from little things, and he probably just like annoyed at me, like, okay. So I decided that I was gonna act like I was going to get pads from the store, and that's what I did, because my husband be nosy, and he's weird. Like, he's the type of person that will come into the bathroom whenever I'm in there and like be talking to me and all that. That's how close we are. And so I was like, all right, let me go to the store. I get a clear digital test and I get a first response test. And in my reaction video, you see me reacting to the clear digital test. Both of those came up pregnant. And I was like, oh my God. I was so shocked. And I know you're like, you were trying, so why are you shocked? I was shocked because it hadn't happened the first time, and I was just like, okay, I have all these things, all these medical things, you know, kind of going up against me. It might take a while. I'm also 35, right? Like, well, at the time I was 30. Was I 34? No, it was after my birthday, right after my birthday. So I was 35. And so when I found that out, I'm like in the bathroom trying to be quiet, but I'm crying. I'm like, oh my God, like, look at God, like, this is amazing. But I'm also like, oh my God. And I'm like, okay, I need to try to find a way to tell my husband, all cute. And I could not like keep it together. He was like, even like coming through the door at one point, and at the end of the video, you see me going like, crap, 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 like, because I didn't want him to know. And so I was like, all right, I don't think I'm gonna be able to hold this secret, to try to find a cute way to tell my husband and then record it. So I I went and told him I was pregnant, and he didn't believe me at first. He just looked at me like, smiling man heart, like, okay, because of, you know, just how I was in the past. So then I was like, I showed him the actual test where it says pregnant. He's like, he has this high pitched laugh. He's like, and he's like, let's go. And even though I filmed that, he was barely wearing clothes, so not gonna show his reaction. But that's how I found out I was pregnant, y'all. And I'm so grateful. I'm so blessed for this journey. You know, I'm 21 weeks yesterday, you know, and I'm just so grateful. And I just want to share how I found out I was pregnant. Let me know how you found out you were pregnant in the comments. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Bye guys.